moving so I can do the procedure, but it doesn't shut you down completely.
The man felt the tears flow down the sides of his head, the throb still lingering after the doctor released his grip. This wasn't a hospital. It couldn't be. A doctor wouldn't do that to me. What the hell was going on? Then he heard the most agonizing scream of his life. It didn't come from the room, but from someplace else in the building. Nearby, maybe a room or two over. The scream was so shrill it didn't sound human at first. Then it lost pitch and was replaced by shouting.
No! Please, no! Stop it! Jesus, no!
What are they doing to that poor guy? And what are they going to do to me?
That's one of Lester's guests, the doctor said. Lester has been with him for a few hours now. I'm surprised he still has a voice left. I shudder to think what's being done to make him cry out like that. Do you recognize who it is?
And then all at once, the man knew who was screaming. He remembered how they got there, the strange noises, being chased, hunted, running terrified, and then being caught. Caught by...
No need to worry.
The doctor leaned over him, smiling, crumbs wedged in the corners of his thin lips, on his chin, and a small streak of something brown, blood, smeared across his age-spotted forehead.
You won't end up like that. You're being given a gift, an invaluable, extraordinary gift. The world is full of lambs, but very few get to be wolves. Lester's playmate, sadly for him, is a lamb. But you, my lucky fellow, you're about to become a wolf.
The doctor raised a gigantic syringe.
This is going to hurt. Quite a bit, in fact.
The man couldn't move, couldn't turn away, and he was forced to watch and feel as the needle descended and plunged into his unblinking eye. Part 1. Campfire Stories. Sara Randhurst felt her stomach roll starboard as the boat yawed port, and she put both hands on the railing and took a big gulp of fresh lake air. She wasn't anywhere near Cindy's level of discomfort. That poor girl had been heaving non-stop since they left land, but she was a long way from feeling her best. Strangely enough, Jack seemed to be enjoying it. The 3-month-old baby in the sling around Sara's chest had a grin on his face and was drooling happily. Sara pulled a tissue from the sling's pocket and wiped off her son's chin, wondering how anyone, especially someone so small and fragile, could actually like this awful motion. Even though she was feeling ill, she smiled at the sight of him, just like she did every time. Sara closed her eyes, bending her knees slightly to absorb some of the pitch and roll. The nausea reminded Sara of her honeymoon. She and Martin had booked a Caribbean cruise, and their first full day as a married couple found both of them vomiting veal piccata and wedding cake into the Pacific. Lake Huron was smaller than the ocean, the wave crests not as high and troughs not as low, but they came faster and choppier, which made it almost as bad. Sara opened her eyes, searching for Martin. The only one on deck was Cindy Welp, still perched over the railing. Sara approached the teen on wobbly footing, then rubbed her back. Cindy's blonde hair looked perpetually greasy, and her eyes were sunken and her skin colorless, more a trait of her addiction to meth than the seasickness.
"How are you doing?"
Sara asked. Cindy wiped her mouth on her sleeve.
"Better. I don't think there's anything left in me."
Cindy proved herself a liar a moment later, pulling away and retching once again. Sara gave her one last reassuring pat, then padded her way carefully up to the bow. The charter boat looked deceptively smaller before they'd gotten on, but there was a lot of space on board, both a foredeck and an aft deck, a raised bow, plus 2 levels below boasting 6 rooms. Though they'd been sailing for more than 2 hours, Sara had only run into 4 of their 8-person party. Martin wasn't one.